Race is less than a day out now, so going right now to pick up my bib. I'm meeting up with some friends to get some barbecue. One of the best barbecue joints around. They're also running the race, so we'll hang out a bit, have some food, go grab our bibs, finish out the day, and get things ready for the race. Yeah, we are 100% ready now. As ready as we will be, at least. Garmin puts my race predictor time for a 5K at 19:26. I'll be happy as hell if I get that, but I'm just at the point now where I know it's gonna suck, but I feel like I could physically do it. It's just gonna suck a bunch, that's all. Well, that's just what it is. That's what any race is. You know, if you're honestly pushing yourself and really racing to the best of your ability, I mean, there's no such thing as an easy race. So I'm ready to embrace the suck for 19 minutes and change and hit that PR. Can't wait for it. Alright, it's loud as hell in here, but we got our bib ready to go. Got a bib for my boy as well. He's gonna be doing the kids run. We're gonna see. Oh, you know what? We got a turkey here. We're gonna try and get the turkey here too. All right, got the turkey here. Ready?
Getting race ready.
Densely muscular.
1, 2, 3. Perfect. You are juiced.
All right, we got our bibs. We ate some delicious barbecue. You saw a pretty small expo. Might get myself some new Gooders tomorrow. And that's about it. We're ready to start hydrating and have a nice carb-loaded meal and rest up and get ready for a PR tomorrow and some turkey recovery. Race gear is ready.
She's ready.
Ready.
Ready. Camera, say cheese.
Want to say cheese? Okay, ready? Cheese.
9, 8,
You know, I'm
7,
gonna be here.
6,
It's better than
5, 4,
I'll get those.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, I hope you've been liking the video so far. Definitely a different kind of style. Just thought I'd do something a little different for a race day, a little documentary type thing. Let's hop into the actual race here. We obviously don't really have footage of me racing. There's no chance I was gonna be running with a GoPro or something, so you get me talking about it instead. So my warm-up was pretty good. You can never really get warmed up in a corral, and I mean, whatever. I was pumped up, I was ready to go, like I was amped up, but maybe not the best dynamic warm-up I've ever done. But the big old crowd to fight through at the beginning and kind of really work my way through it, trying to not look at my heart rate and just focus on my form, my rhythm, getting into my breathing. So my early pace, I kind of just paced along with others. I'd be able to glance at my watch and see when I finally started looking at my pace after I got out of the crowd. At first I was going too fast, but then I started to pace myself along with other people going right around my pace. I was aiming for around that like 6:10, 6:15 sort of pace. Legs felt pretty good. Hamstring, was feeling a little iffy, but that's just the way it's been. It was fine. I knew I could push it for 20 minutes and be fine. Always, like, especially with a shorter race, like I try and really not look at my heart rate a lot. As long as I'm breathing okay, I'm feeling okay, I just go for it. I know if I look at my heart rate and it's a lot higher than I think it should be, it's gonna just mess with my head. So I'm just focusing on my form, focusing on my rhythm. I always try to have some little coaching cues that I give myself, you know, to make sure I keep my shoulders down, my shoulders back, driving my elbows back, I'm kicking my heels up, I'm focusing on those things, keeping my hips forward with a little bit of forward lean. If I'm doing all those things just over and over and over and just pumping my legs, I could really get into that rhythm that I need to, where it kind of becomes a flow. So I start working on that, start focusing on that, and then I start looking at pace and how I'm gonna be going with my timing. Okay, I started to feel my first bit of need to like push myself around halfway through mile 2 or so. So I kept kind of focusing on my forward lean, on my form, all those cues that I just talked about, and just really just got those legs going just a little bit quicker, got right back on pace. Oh, and thank you so much to those of you who left some encouragement in that speed workout video I posted. I did think of that when I was falling off and thinking like, oh my goodness, am I gonna keep this going? I was thinking like the good comments that y'all left, so I really appreciate that, and it really kind of drove me to make sure that I could get back and report on something good. So I was pretty sure I was on pace closing in on the final half mile, and I turned it up for whatever I had left. I passed the guy that I was kind of pacing with, and he tried to get it back, but he just kind of faded back, and he faded, I don't fade. So I cranked it up to nearly a sprint, and well, here's the outcome.
Well done, well done.
Keep it up. Good job. Good
Nice.
job. Well
Keep
done.
moving waters down that way.
Okay. Go, Dave. Woo! You did it.
I did it. 19:29. Yeah, almost a full minute PR. My previous PR was a time trial even, so for racing, it was, I think, a minute and 11-second PR. Beat my goal time by about 30 seconds. I just wanted to get under 20, so the 19:29 beats it by 30 seconds.
All right, mission accomplished. We got unofficial time of 19:29, so we had some room to spare there. It was real crowded at the start line, but I thought it was gonna slow me down. When I finally got to look at my pace and I weaved out of the crowd, I was going like a 5:55. So I knew I had to rein it in, but only about once did I find myself at like a 6:35. But I paced myself pretty well off of other runners going about the same speed. Like once I kind of set a pace and saw who's around me, I could kind of understand what I should be shooting for. So yeah, 19:29. So pumped. There we go. Now we can get a nice pre-race beer at 9:30. Feels good. Feels good. Fully recovered now. Heart rate down to a meager 120. Time to eat some turkey.
So just reflecting on some of the training I did here, it was my first time dedicating a full actual training block for a 5K. I mostly followed a Jack Daniels program with some minor modifications. Definitely did more miles than I had previously done when I was training for a shorter distance, like a 5K or 10K. I've gone up over 50 for marathons and ultra marathons. I'd never done something like 35 miles training for a 5K. I did struggle with inflammation in my left hamstring, like I've mentioned a million times at this point. For the majority of the training block, it bothered me, but it's more of a minor annoyance than any sort of high levels of all-out pain. During the training block, I was running 6 to 7 days per week, 3 easy run days, and on those days, that's when I fit in my lifts. So it definitely felt good to keep moving the weights and not let that slide too much. And yes, that does mean I was doing what I would call the endurance focused hybrid routine, and that's going to be coming out soon. I know everyone's waiting on that. Those are the videos that y'all seem to really like. I want to get that in soon for you guys. As you saw throughout my little race day documentary, my son also ran his first race, and that made the day so special. He always says, you know, Dada goes running, and so of course he wants to do it as well, and it was his first time ever getting to do a race. It was just really cool. Check this out.
Set, go! We got one doing an extra lap.
I appreciate y'all hanging with me today, spending some time hearing about this race, how the training turned out, the training block, the whole thing. I did tackle my most hated race distance. I got a PR, and I'm really looking forward to what comes next. Hey, if you enjoyed the video, please consider throwing some thumbs, supporting with a sub, even dinging that bell. I'm Dave. This is Dave Does Fitness. Have an awesome day and stay fit.